Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Zende confronts Steffy about the consequences of her behavior. According to Friday, November 8 spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Zende Forrester Dominguez and Steffy Forrester will argue, with his anger at Hope Logan's termination serving as the focal point of the exchange. Since Steffy's decision to discard Hope's line and fire her from the company has an impact on other people, Zende will be furious with her. Since Zende was the primary designer for Hope for the future, he is included in this. On Friday's B&B episode, Zende might caution Steffy about the potential public backlash that could follow her decision, as he also predicted. Steffy is adamant about teaching Hope a lesson, so she won't be convinced to make any changes. Does Steffy's power trip force House of Logan to rethink? Steffy won't give up. According to Thursday, November 7, 2024, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy is unable to acknowledge her mistakes. The Bold and the Beautiful, next. Eric Forrester tries to talk sense into his granddaughter's head after finding out that Steffy Forrester Finnegan had Hope Logan fired, escorted out of the building, and had her line cancelled. According to Steffy, she had to stop Hope, who was wearing lingerie, from pursuing John Finnegan once more. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric Forrester supports Hope Logan. Though Steffy doesn't believe it and tells Eric that she did what she had to do, Eric points out that Hope denied things and claimed it was all a big misunderstanding. Hope had acted aggressively toward her far too often. Thomas Forrester was the target of her pursuit. She was on Finn. Additionally, unless Thomas was her designer, her line was never a success. Although Steffy acknowledges that some of her choices were personal, she maintains that this was mostly a business decision. Despite her repeated efforts, Hope for the future never succeeded. Hope has to realize that Steffy was not going to continue investing in a failing fashion brand. B&B spoilers, Willow and Elektra Forrester get closer. With so many stunning models all around him, Will Spencer is thrilled to be employed at Forrester Creations. But rather than a model, he's eyeing a young jewelry designer. Will can't stop thinking about Elektra Forrester. Elektra is having far too much fun, and the two young adults are flirting with her. Will the son of Bill Spencer have the courage to ask Elektra out? Since she's new to Los Angeles, she might prefer a local to give her a tour. A new romance is about to begin because Elektra likes what she sees in Will. We need a fresh young pair to follow because Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, didn't work out. Will and Elektra definitely meet the bill, but will R.J. make a comeback and contribute to the formation of a fresh young romantic triangle? Elektra might be of interest to Zende Forrester. After leaving Forrester, Brooke Logan takes her bedroom. The fallout from Steffy Forrester's termination of Hope Logan will continue to reverberate throughout Los Angeles this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. The Forrester gang may be in big trouble, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is just as distressed as her daughter. Here are some spoilers for what will happen next on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Forresters are in danger. As her line, Hope for the Future, has been floundering for a while, it's no secret that Hope Logan wasn't exactly making ends meet at Forrester Creations. Since HFTF was already under attack, Carter Walton was already formulating a plan to try to increase sales for his hidden girlfriend's business. B&B warning, after leaving Forrester, Brooke Logan takes her bedroom. The success of Forrester Creations won't be significantly impacted by Hope's departure. Steffy, however, will be sweating profusely if her mother, Brooke Logan, chooses to leave in solidarity with her daughter. Despite her aversion to acknowledging it, Brooke's bedroom is responsible for covering the expenses at Forrester Creations. Because of what transpired with Hope Logan, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint at a significant drama between Brooke and Ridge. By allowing Steffy to harass her daughter and ruin her career, Brooke believes Ridge has betrayed her. Ridge has been kept on life support ever since Taylor Hayes made a comeback to the CBS serial opera. This is probably going to be the final nail in the coffin. Spoilers for B&B, Brooke Logan leaves. It is extremely unnecessary for Brooke Logan's kid to continue dressing up in lingerie for Brooke's bedroom if she is no longer employed at Forrester Creations and she and Ridge Forrester are no longer together. Ridge may be motivated to overturn Hope's termination if he finds out that Brooke also intends to leave FC. However, he will then be held accountable by Taylor and his daughter. Because Hope was dismissed, do you think Brooke will resign? Does Steffy's power trip force House of Logan to rethink? Steffy Forrester is having a long-lasting Logan tantrum on Bold and the Beautiful, and her father is reluctant to step in because his adult daughter appears to be completely out of control on the CBS soap opera. When his daughter stepped toward Hope Logan as she fired her, Ridge Forrester's only action was to reach out and reroute her. When is the elephant in the room going to be addressed? Brave and lovely, Steffy Forrester's ironic remarks go on. Steffy Forrester, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, has a lot of witty comebacks on Bold and the Beautiful. She has them prepared so that anybody entering the room can express their opinions to her regarding her stepsister's termination. The aftermath becomes nasty even though she could feel good for a few more minutes of soap opera time. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester. Thus far, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, have hinted at their next move with the appropriate words. After they had finished calming down in the bedroom, that is. The other staff members who are upset that Steffy fired Hope are soon highlighted in Bold and the Beautiful. Thus, a group of unhappy workers probably brews, and Forrester Creations soon finds itself in hot water. And the root of the issue is Steffy Forrester and what some fans perceive to be her recent excessive power outburst. Therefore, it appears that Steffy Forrester probably pays for her influence on Bold and the Beautiful. B&B, Steffy's strategy paid off, but at a high cost? Steffy appears to be planning more than just getting rid of the Logans from Forrester Creations. She most likely wants to break up Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan. And it's working so far if that's the case. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy demonstrates that she has discovered multiple ways to act as a matchmaker. Although Rebecca Budig's character Taylor Hayes encourages her kid, it's likely that she has no idea what her daughter is thinking. Thus, Steffy gets one step closer to reuniting her parents. She is unaware that her activities could bring down the family business, though. It began with Carter Walton's dagger-eyed look at the Forrester Creation sign. They can't get away with that, he vowed. This was his reaction after Steffy kicked Hope to the curb in the parking lot, causing her to collapse in his arms. Is every player lined up and furious in Bold and the Beautiful? Hope's line and Carter's vision mark the beginning of a new design firm on Bold and the Beautiful. When you combine Brooke's expertise with her well-known reputation in the fashion industry, a board begins to take shape. You could see how they could accomplish this if you add in Zende Forrester's design skills. Additionally, if they leave the mothership, they have a fantastic staff thanks to R.J. Forrester's, Joshua Hoffman, Emerging Potential and Katie Logan's, Heather Tom, talent in the marketing department. Although a new business might start over, Eric Forrester might fix this issue before a new design firm ever appears on Bold and Beautiful. However, Hope stated that because Steffy is always fighting for the Logans, she probably couldn't work under her again. Therefore, the House of Logan may emerge from the ashes of Hope's dismissal, or Eric may restructure FC's operations. By putting Hope Logan on par with Steffy Forrester, Eric may make FC better. These two women would thereafter be the co-CEOs of the future. Naturally, if they don't learn to cooperate, he would have to tell them to go. Currently, however, the foundation for the House of Logan may begin to take shape on Bold and the Beautiful, as this week's indications appeared on the CBS soap opera. Bill reads Luna's letter, which contains important news about Poppy's visit to jail. Bill Spencer is going to get a heartfelt letter from Luna Nozawa. After all of her crimes were discovered, Luna was sent in jail. However, she would write a special note to Bill to apologize and thank him for his devotion. Bill will find himself thinking back on Steffy's abduction, the false DNA test drama, Luna's Il Giardino victims, and Poppy Nozawa's frame-up. Bill will wish that things had gone differently, even though Luna caused a great deal of chaos. At one point, Bill genuinely believed Luna to be his daughter, and he was eager to establish a permanent bond. Unfortunately, after Luna's paternity ruse failed, she turned her attention to Bill and pursued a sexual relationship with him. On Friday's episode, Katie Logan will listen to Bill's complex thoughts regarding Luna's letter and encourage him because she will detest the fact that his life was completely upended. Given how chaotic everything is for Poppy, Bill will still be concerned about what happens to Luna. Bill could own, however, that he was more enamored with the notion of a contented, cohesive family than anything else. Though Katie would still oppose him on that point, if Bill had his way, he would now reunite his family with Katie and Will Spencer. According to further spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, Luna will be surprised and left wondering why Poppy is visiting her in the jailhouse. Poppy will provide updates because, as it turns out, she will have some crucial information. Will Luna's legal defense and possible transfer to a mental health facility be mentioned in Poppy's information? That's one option to think about if Poppy decides she might want to get her kid a new lawyer. On the other hand, Poppy might accept another father candidate for Luna or something similar. Based on what she hears, Luna might have some optimism because Poppy's news is meant to be useful in some way. It's possible, though, that Poppy will also make preparations to leave town during this visit. Keep an eye out to see what Poppy will tell Luna. It all depends on what she now envisions for her future. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Poppy and Luna will undoubtedly have some amazing scenes in the future. In the current Bold and the Beautiful drama, tensions are at an all-time high with Forrester stepping in to navigate conflicts, Elektra and Will's fiery connection taking center stage, and Hope's future hanging in the balance as professional and personal challenges escalate. ### Eric intervenes, a Forrester legacy at stake. Forrester's recent actions highlight his dedication to preserving his family's legacy amidst the turmoil rocking Forrester creations. Known as the patriarch with a steady hand and a deep sense of family loyalty, Eric is determined to bring peace to his fractured family. With constant infighting and power grabs from both family members and rivals, Forrester Creations is on shaky ground. Eric sees the writing on the wall. If he doesn't step in, the company he built could face irreparable damage. Eric's intervention is likely focused on calming the tensions between Ridge, Brooke, and the newer generation, including Steffy and Hope. He's also concerned about Carter's recent maneuvers, which have brought instability to the company. Eric's goal is clear: to remind everyone of the values upon which Forrester Creations was built. Whether he can unite his family remains uncertain, but his legacy, and the fate of the company, depends on it. ### Elektra and Will's sizzling connection. Meanwhile, romance is heating up in unexpected places as Elektra and Will become the latest couple to capture viewers' attention. Elektra's presence in Los Angeles has stirred up the social scene, and her undeniable chemistry with Will Spencer has fans buzzing. Will, now older and eager to make a name for himself beyond his father's shadow, finds Elektra intriguing and refreshingly bold. The two share an electric connection that's hard to ignore, drawing both excitement and scrutiny from their families. Elektra and Will's romance is not without its challenges. Will's father, Bill Spencer, is notoriously protective and has high expectations for his son. Elektra's fiery personality and mysterious past make her unpredictable, and Bill sees her as a potential threat to Will's focus. However, the young couple seems undeterred, drawn together by shared passions and a desire to break away from the expectations set by their families. Their relationship might become a new power couple dynamic, adding fresh energy to the Spencer family storyline while providing a modern counterpoint to the long-standing Forresters. ### Hope's fate hangs in the balance. Amidst all this, Hope Logan faces one of the toughest moments of her life, both professionally and personally. Her position at Forrester Creations has been called into question, with Steffy and Ridge considering drastic changes to the company's leadership. Hope's line has encountered setbacks recently, and with mounting pressure to innovate, she's feeling the weight of potential failure. Ridge's influence has created a divide between those who support Hope's vision and those who believe Forrester Creations needs a new direction. On a personal level, Hope is grappling with her own identity and place in the Forrester family dynamic. The breakdown of her relationship with Liam and recent rumors linking her to Carter have cast a shadow over her reputation. Brooke, her ever-supportive mother, is desperate to shield Hope from further scandal and heartache. Brooke wants to ensure her daughter's place within Forrester Creations and prevent her from becoming collateral damage in the family's power struggles. ### Eric's guidance, new romances, and Hope's uncertain future. With Eric stepping up as the peacemaker, the unpredictable romance between Elektra and Will, and Hope's professional crisis, The Bold and the Beautiful is rich with tension and emotional stakes. Eric's ability to bring his family back to its roots will be crucial in stabilizing Forrester Creations, but whether his influence can quell the internal power plays and personal vendettas remains to be seen. Elektra and Will's relationship adds a new dynamic to the Spencer family, promising both romantic intrigue and potential conflicts. For Hope, her future at Forrester Creations, and possibly in Los Angeles itself, will depend on her ability to withstand the pressure and prove her worth. With Brooke's support and Eric's intervention, she may yet overcome the challenges she faces, but the path to redemption will not be easy. Steffy Forrester is holding her ground like never before, refusing to back down despite the pressure mounting around her. As one of the key players at Forrester Creations, Steffy's recent choices and fierce determination to maintain control have stirred up intense conflicts within the family business and beyond. Her unyielding stance is creating waves with her loved ones, particularly as they realize that Steffy isn't easily swayed, even by family. #The origins of Steffy's resolve. Steffy's refusal to relent is rooted in her deep commitment to protecting her family's legacy and her fierce dedication to Forrester Creations. Growing up in the fashion world and living through family conflicts has forged her into a strong-willed and occasionally uncompromising leader. Recent events have only intensified her sense of responsibility, especially in the face of external threats, changes within the company, and growing tension with Hope Logan. Steffy sees herself as the primary defender of the company's integrity and vision, even if that means clashing with those closest to her. #Hope and Steffy, the battle for Forrester. Steffy's strained relationship with Hope has reached new heights as their differing visions for Forrester Creations come to a head. Steffy believes Hope's creative direction is no longer aligned with the brand, questioning whether Hope's line should remain at Forrester at all. With Hope's reputation already under scrutiny due to recent professional and personal missteps, Steffy sees this as an opportunity to reassert her influence and steer the company back to its roots. However, Hope isn't willing to go down without a fight. Her mother, Brooke, has entered the fray, fiercely advocating for her daughter's role and worth at Forrester Creations. Brooke's appeals to Ridge have only added fuel to the fire, creating tension between Steffy and her father. Despite these pressures, Steffy remains resolute, unwilling to compromise on her vision for Forrester's future, even if it means alienating family members in the process. #family bonds under pressure. Steffy's decision not to relent is creating fault lines within her relationships, especially with Ridge and Taylor. Ridge finds himself torn between supporting his daughter's leadership and recognizing Brooke and Hope's place in the company, while Taylor, Steffy's mother, has her own complex feelings about Steffy's firm stance. Taylor is proud of her daughter's strength and commitment, but she also worries about the impact this rigid approach could have on Steffy's relationships and overall well-being. Steffy's determination to push forward, regardless of who might get hurt in the process, has left her family grappling with the consequences. #Steffy vs. Carter, clashing ideals. Adding another layer to the drama, Steffy's firm hand at Forrester has put her at odds with Carter Walton. As Forrester's trusted legal counsel and COO, Carter has always been an ally, but recent events have created tension between them. Carter, who is becoming increasingly close to Hope, doesn't agree with Steffy's harsh stance on removing her line. He sees the situation as more than a business matter, recognizing the emotional stakes involved. Steffy's unwillingness to compromise has placed her and Carter on a collision course, with Carter questioning whether Steffy's vision for Forrester aligns with the values the family once upheld. #The consequences of unyielding resolve. Steffy's determination to hold her ground may ultimately have unintended consequences. Her unwillingness to negotiate with family members could alienate her, especially as others begin to see her actions as overly controlling or even ruthless. Her fierce loyalty to Forrester's legacy might jeopardize her personal relationships, leaving her isolated at a time when she may need family support the most. This relentless drive could also impact Forrester Creations itself. While Steffy is working to protect the company, her refusal to consider alternative ideas, particularly from Hope and Carter, risks stifling innovation and alienating key team members. If Steffy cannot balance her sense of duty with an openness to collaboration, Forrester Creations might suffer in the long run. Hashtag what lies ahead for Steffy? With Steffy refusing to relent, her leadership at Forrester Creations is at a critical juncture. Her unyielding resolve may either strengthen her position or cause fractures that could weaken the foundation of the company she is striving so hard to protect. As the family dynamic continues to shift, it's unclear whether Steffy's vision for Forrester will prevail or if her unwillingness to compromise will create rifts that threaten both the business and her relationships. In the face of increasing opposition, Steffy's next steps will be crucial. She may have to confront whether her sense of responsibility and duty outweighs the personal bonds she holds dear.